Wait, let me get my head straight. I need a drink of water. It's been days I've had a headache. Don't wanna wake up one day, feel like I regret things. I want my story just to have a happy ending. And I don't got a plan B, a plan A's all I need. Took the ships from the sea and burnt them all, no retreat. It's kill or get, eat, and get buried with the seeds. But that makes me feel free, hella focused on my dreams. I got habits, they're established.
They're in my sights. Go turn this alarm. Warning's going off. Someone's on me. There's treatment going by my way. Evade! Full throttle!
A large group of enemy fire formations has been spotted in the area. Eliminate all enemy squadrons and restore air superiority.
About time. Comet engaging. I expected better from the welcoming party.
Monarch Fox 1. Turret down. Watch him fly. Ground unit destroyed. Oh shit! Keep him guessing. Pop your flares, Monarch. Monarch, move your ass.
Hello. ഹലോ ഹായ് മറ്റേ ഹരിശ്രേഷോ മറ്റേ അനിയത്തിപ്പോ പറഞ്ഞത് എന്തെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് സംസാരിക്കാം പിന്നെന്താ റിംഗ് ലൈറ്റ് വെക്കുന്നു ശരി റിംഗ് ലൈറ്റിനൊക്കെ ഉള്ള കാശിന് ഞാൻ വേറെ പരിപാടി ചെയ്ത പൈസ ഇല്ല അഞ്ചിന്റെ പൈസ ഇല്ലോ പൊന്നേ തിരിഞ്ഞ് Genshin Impact. Optimus Prime bro, welcome to the stream. Hi, hello. അത് കുറച്ച് കാശ് മതി. According to the human psychology. My boy വന്നു നീ കൂട്ടിയോ വാച്ചിങ് സ്ട്രീം ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യാം സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം മൈ ഗേൾ ലൈവ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു സോറി എന്താടാ മൈ ബോയും മൈകളും കൂടെ എന്താണ് പറയാൻ കേൾക്കുന്നില്ലേ റുട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു എന്ത് എന്നെ അറിയണ്ടേ എന്താണ് പരിപാടി നമ്മൾ സെറ്റായി നല്ല പിന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ സെറ്റാക്കി ആവാലോ പ്രൈമോ അത് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി നടക്കട്ടെ കാര്യങ്ങളെന്ന് നടക്കട്ടെ അനങ്ങോ ഇത് അത് തൊപ്പിനെ പോലെ അടിച്ച് ചവിട്ടി പൊളിച്ചു പോകേണ്ടി വരും ഞാൻ കണ്ട മനപ്പൊരുത്തന്ന് അല്ല പിന്നെ ഒരേ ഇമോജി നടക്കട്ടെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നടക്കട്ടെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാനാണ് എന്റെ പ്രൈമ നീ കൊള്ളാലോടാ 83 34 മിനിറ്റ് ഇറക്കി തുറന്ന് വാ നെറ്റ് എവിടെ എനിക്കറിയില്ലടാ നിന്റെ പേരായിരിക്കും അയ്യോ ഞാൻ ഇൻസ്റ്റാഗ്രാമിൽ ഇട്ടില്ല ലൈവാണ് ഇപ്പൊ ഒരോട്ടം ചാറ്റ് ഇപ്പൊ എന്ത് ചാറ്റ് ഇപ്പൊ 2 വർത്താനം അങ്ങോട്ടും മിനിറ്റ് ഒരേ 1 സ്ട്രീം എലമെന്റ് മിനിറ്റൊക്കെ വരും വരണ്ടവരൊക്കെ വരും വരണ്ടാത്തവരൊന്നും വരില്ല വരണ്ടാത്തവരെ വിചാരിച്ചോണ്ടിരുന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ മൂഞ്ചി പോകും 5 പേര് വായിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു 2 ലൈക്ക് മാത്രമേ ആയിട്ടുള്ളൂ എന്താണ് ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കാത്തത് വൈ ലൈക്ക് ഞെക്കി പുട്ടിക്കി എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന പോലെ സാധനം എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? Where is my Instagram? വണ്ണല്ല വരുമോ നീ എന്നറിയണ യുവാൻ. എന്റെ മോൻ തന്നെ ഇപ്പൊ എന്തിന്റെ ഫോട്ടോ ഇട്ട പാന്റിന്റെ ഫോട്ടോ ഇട്ടിട്ട് ലൈവ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു വേറെ വല്ലതും. പിന്നെ എന്താണ് വിശേഷങ്ങൾ? നിങ്ങൾക്കല്ലടാ വിശേഷം, നിങ്ങൾക്കൊക്കെയല്ലേ വിശേഷം. നമുക്കെന്ത് വിശേഷം? നമുക്ക് ഒരു വിശേഷമില്ല. ചുമ്മാ അങ്ങോട്ട് അടക്കുക ഇങ്ങോട്ട് അടക്കുക. കഷ്ടകാലം ഉച്ചയ്ക്കാണെന്ന് ഇച്ചിരി വിശേഷം മാത്രം. കഷ്ടകാലം കൂടിയിട്ട് എന്തൊക്കെയോ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളൊക്കെ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. 2018 കണ്ടോ? എടാ കാണണം എന്നൊക്കെ ആഗ്രഹം ഉണ്ടാ. കഷ്ടകാലയ്ക്ക് സമയമേ മറ്റേ സാധനമാണ്. എനിക്കും പ്രൈമിനും നല്ല വിശേഷം. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നല്ല വിശേഷം എനിക്കറിയാം. അതിനോ പെസ് കളിക്കണം എന്ന് താല്പര്യമുള്ള ആരെങ്കിലും ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടോ? ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ കുറച്ചു നേരം നമ്മൾ ജംഗ്ഷൻ ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് പെസ് കളിക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, ശരിയാ. ഞാനത് പറയാൻ വരികയായിരുന്നു. നടക്കട്ടെ, കാര്യങ്ങൾ നടക്കട്ടെ. കൊച്ചില്ലേ പോയോ സംഭവം? ഞാൻ അവിടുത്തെ ഞാൻ വരാം ബസ്സിന്. ഇപ്പായിട്ടില്ല. ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ട് ബില്ലോടോ. എനിക്കൊന്നും ട്രാൻസ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറ്റുന്നു. ഇപ്പൊ എന്തൊരു മിഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ. ഫൈൻഡ് ദ ക്ലൂസ്. ക്ലൂ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം. ഓടുവല്ലോ. ഏടാ എനിക്കൊരു പുതിയൊരാളെ കിട്ടിയടാ. ഇതാ സാധനം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞോണ്ടാ എനിക്കറിയില്ല. എവിടെ പുതിയവനോടെ? ഇവനാണോ? ഇവൻ തന്നെ. ഇവനേതാ? ഇവൻ Who's this? ഫാസ്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് ഫ്യൂരിയസ് ഉണ്ടോ നീ കുട്ടി? അതൊക്കെ അവളാദ്യം കണ്ടോ അവിടെ. ഇതാരാ Who's this? ഇവൻ സെറ്റാണോ? ഇവനെനിക്ക് ഇന്നലെ കറക്കിയപ്പോ കിട്ടിയതാ. ബ്ലാഡി ഫുൾ. ഇവൻ ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്യാം. അടിച്ചു വിടാൻ അങ്ങോട്ട്. അസെന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ എന്തൊക്കെ വേണ്ടേ? കയ്യിലുള്ള അസെന്റ്.
This'll do nicely.
നല്ല ബിൽഡ് വേണം. ലെവലപ്പ് ആക്കി വെക്കും. ബാക്കി സാധനങ്ങളൊന്നും എനിക്കറിയില്ല. അസെന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ എന്താ വേണ്ട? അസെന്റ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള സാധനം ഞാൻ കണ്ടു. അല്ലല്ലോ, ഇവൻ 2 വട്ടം കിട്ടിയായിരുന്നു എനിക്ക്. അപ്പൊ മറ്റേ സാധനം എടുത്തു വിടാൻ. ഇവൻ 2 വട്ടം കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. എന്നോടെ ഏലടാ നീ ഈ സാധനം. അല്ല, ഇവർ 2 വട്ടം കിട്ടിയത് എനിക്ക്. എന്താ കൺസലേഷൻ? ഇവനെന്താ ആർട്ടിഫാക്ട്സ് കൊടുക്കണ്ടേ? ഇവൻ എന്ത് വെച്ച് എന്ത് ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്യണ്ടേ? പിന്നെ നോക്കിട്ട് ചെയ്യാലേ. ഇവിടെ എന്താ സംഭവം? ഫൈൻഡ് ദ ക്ലൂസ് ആൻഡ് മെമ്മറി എടുക്കാൻ ഞാനിപ്പോ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? അല്ല, പൂവും കായൊക്കെ പറിച്ചാൽ മതി. ഇപ്പൊ കൊടുക്കണ്ട, പിന്നെ ചെയ്യാം. ഒക്കെ വേണം. ഇതാണോ? ആയിക്കോട്ടെ. ഇന്നലെ ഡയറി ആണല്ലോ.
Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
Okay.
I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori
ഇന്നലെ എന്റെ പ്രൈമ
baby
നീയെ
has faded a little,
നീ
but
ചോറ്
it is
കഴിക്കാൻ
still
പോകുന്നോണ്ട്
my
പോക്ക്
most
പോയതാ. നീ എത്ര
treasured
നേരമാണ് നീ ചോറ്
compendium.
കഴിക്കുന്നത്?
That's the kind of info we're looking for.
എനിക്ക്
Time to
തോന്നി
pay a
വരില്ല.
visit to the shrine.
ഞാൻ പാവം. ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിഗേറ്റ് എന്താ the meaning of meaningless waiting. Go investigate the shrine nearby. Shrine. ഇതെല്ലാം കോപ്പോണൊക്കെ എനിക്ക് അറിയില്ല.
Interesting.
ഇത് കഴിയണം എന്തൊക്കെ സ്റ്റോറി മോഡൊന്നും കാണുന്നു. മറ്റെന്താ റെയ്ഡറെ കാണണം.
Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
റെയ്ഡറല്ലേ? റെയ്ഡറിനെ ഇപ്പൊ കാണാൻ പറ്റില്ലേ? എന്റെ മനസ്സ് തോന്നി പറഞ്ഞാ എനിക്കറിയില്ല. You have missed so many stories, by the way. Check up. What did you do?
Here we are. This seems to be somewhere that
Story
Paimon
complete
visited
ആക്കിയല്ലേ
a
പോകുന്നത്?
lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed.
എനിക്കറിയില്ല എന്റെ ഇതൊക്കെ കാണിച്ചു തന്നേക്കാം. ഞാൻ
Something
കുറിച്ച് പോകുന്നുണ്ട്.
must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years.
ഇതിന് മുന്നേ എൻസം എത്തി.
Let's dig it up and
അതൊക്കെ
take a look.
എനിക്കറിയില്ല. അതൊന്നും എനിക്കറിയില്ല. ഞാൻ എവിടേക്കോ പോയി എവിടേക്ക് എത്തി. ഇതിൽ കാണിക്കുന്ന പോലെ കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റും.
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago.
എന്റെ പൊന്നി ഇതെന്താ?
Village.
If you become the okay,
Sounds
if you become
so
the
familiar.
during war, go away.
Where is
And
that
count
place
the
again?
weapons if you-
Huh. So the reason Tejima came here
നമ്മളെല്ലാം
was
അറിഞ്ഞ
to
മൃഗം
wait
ചെയ്യുന്ന
for
ആൾക്കാരാണ്
someone.
വിഷയം.
But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
ഇതാണ് എനിക്ക് പിടിക്കാത്തത്. ഇനിയിപ്പം രജിമ മോനെ
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting.
and I guess
And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited.
എന്നിട്ട്
And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been
എല്ലാരും ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കും.
hollowed out. Love, regret,
ലൈക്കും കമന്റ് ഒക്കെ അടിയടേ
everything
മക്കളെ.
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten
ഇവൻ
who
ഏതാ
she
ഇവൻ
was.
മൂശാനടിക്കാരൻ
It's as
ചൊക്കിളിച്ചൊക്കെ.
if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if
ഞാൻ
all
കാണുന്ന
these
തലയ്ക്ക് രണ്ട്
years
അടിയും
had been
കൊടുത്തിട്ട് അവന്
nothing
ഓർമ്മയും
but
വരും
an
എല്ലാം.
easy dream.
ചുമ്മാ അവന്റെ ഡയറി
I
വാങ്ങാൻ
think
എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു.
Maybe not. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I
She'o?
didn't
Either she-
remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart.
ഇരുന്നാണ്.
Curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of
കറക്റ്റ് ആണ്
emptiness.
തലേന്റെ ഈ സൈഡിലേക്ക്
The
ഒരു
feeling
ഒറ്റ
that
അടി.
something
അപ്പൊ അവന് നല്ല
is
ഓർമ്മ.
missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall
പൊട്ടനടിച്ച്
remain
30 വർഷം അവിടെ നിൽക്കുക.
and keep
പൊട്ടനടിച്ച്
waiting for her.
Tejima
അടിച്ചിട്ട്
seems to
30
be
വലിയ
dealing
മണ്ടൻ.
Okay. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too.
പിന്നെ
That certainly explains the state Tejimo was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we? Well, let's go find the next person.
പിന്നെ അടുത്തവനെ ഞാൻ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം.
According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the...
എന്റെ മോനെ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് നിക്കി ചേച്ചി അടിച്ചു വിടണേ. അവിടുന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ട് വന്നാൽ പോരായിരുന്നു. എന്താണ്? If you like Genshin Impact or Plus, you are at the right place. Okay. For more freshly brewed content. കുട്ടാ, ഇതിന്റെ ഒന്നും അർത്ഥം സ്പൈ ഗെയിം. അത് കറക്റ്റോ? അത് കറക്റ്റാണ്. അത് കേട്ടപ്പോ തന്നെ 3 ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു 2 ആയി. ഏതൊരു മച്ചം വിറ്റ് ഞാൻ പോണയാണ് ചേട്ടാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞവര്. ഇന്നലെ ഒരു സിറിയക്കാരൻ വന്നായിരുന്നു. സിറിയക്കാരൻ ചാനന്റെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് മനസ്സിലായിക്കൊണ്ട് ഓടി വരും. വല്ല പണിക്കോ പോയി.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh?
There seems
to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
ഈ പറയേണ്ട വല്ല ആവശ്യം
I'll
അങ്ങോട്ട്
ask
മതി.
one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
കോളേജ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് ഇടയ്ക്ക് പോണത്. അതൊക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞ് അതൊക്കെയാണ് ആവശ്യം. എന്റെ ലൈവിൽ വന്നിട്ട് 100 കാര്യമില്ല. അതൊക്കെ ചെയ്യ്.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. They said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. I knows that I would perform certain things every month, but I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, My house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Confirm. Let's go round up those. We should be able to follow their tracks.
മതി വാ അടുത്തുള്ള സംസാരിക്കാവുന്ന അടി കിട്ടി അത് മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. അടിക്കാ കണ്ടോ. ഇനിയിപ്പോ ഞാൻ അവിടെ പോയിട്ട് തപ്പണം. തപ്പി എത്ര കാലം ഞാൻ തപ്പും. Go and stop the treasure hoarders from the loot. Okay, from looting forest robbers. House and house. എവിടെ കളിച്ചതായിട്ട് വല്ല ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടോ? ചെക്കില് ചെക്കനുണ്ടോ? ചെക്കാനിരിക്കും. കുറുക്കമോനെ അതാകുന്നു.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
You demand, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach.
അടി ചെരുപ്പാലേ അടി. അവിടെ ബൈ.
Stand with me.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
ഒന്ന് കളവനെ അവനെ തീർത്തുണ്ട്. ചെറിയ അടി എനിക്കൊരു അടി പോലും കൊണ്ടില്ല. സിമ്പിൾ ഗെയിം.
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange looking box.
ഞാൻ കാര്യമായിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞാട്ടോ അവനെ കോളേജിന്റെ പരിപാടി കണ്ട് പോയി ചെയ്തോ.
I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too.
ശരിയൊക്കെ പോയി തുടങ്ങി മോനെ.
They all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here.
നമ്മളല്ലേ വേണ്ടാത്ത നമ്മളെ ആർക്കും വേണ്ട.
As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
തലച്ചോറൊക്കെ വേറെ കൊണ്ട് വെക്കേണ്ടി വരും.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs.
എന്നാ ശരി ഞാൻ എന്റെ കരുൺ സാറിനെ എടുത്തു. അങ്ങനെ പറയരുത്.
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
ഞാൻ പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. അയാള് അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞൂടാ. എന്തായാലും മൊത്തം കൈ വെക്കുന്ന കാല് വെക്കുന്ന ഒക്കെ തലക്ക് കീഴെ കറങ്ങും. പിന്നെ നമ്മളതൊന്നും ഒഴിവാക്കുന്നു, വേറെ കേസൊന്നും ഇല്ല. അല്ലോടാ അവിടെ എന്നാ ചെയ്യാം. ഓ ഇവന്റെ പേര് നോക്കിയേ. അയ്യോ പേര് പോരാട്ടോ. പേരൊക്കെ എങ്ങനെ പറയണ അസംബ്ലിയില് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ടീച്ചറൊക്കെ ആദ്യം വിളിക്കുന്നല്ലേ പ്രസന്റ് സാർ. എങ്ങനെയാണോ ഇവന്റെ ഒക്കെ പേര് വിളിക്കുന്നത്? ഇങ്ങനെ ഇവന്റെ ഒന്നല്ല, മറ്റേ വേറെ കുറെ ടീമുണ്ട്. എങ്ങനെയാണോ അവനൊക്കെ ആദ്യം വിളിച്ചത്? നമ്മളൊക്കെ നാട്ടിലെ നമ്മുടെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ആൽവിൻ പ്രസന്റ് പറയുന്ന സീനില്ല. എന്റെ പേര് വിനായക് പറയാ, ഒരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഇവനൊക്കെ എങ്ങനെ ജപ്പാൻ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ എങ്ങനെ എടുക്കാൻ അവനൊക്കെയാണ് പഠിക്കല് വരുന്നത്. ടീച്ചറിനെ നിർത്തിപ്പോ കുറാസോന്നൊക്കെ
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt.
Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. I never appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Unfortunately.
I see.
That reminds me.
It seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him. Didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too in hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information.
At least we now know where the emergency... Let's go talk to Kurosawa again.
എന്നെ പിന്നെയും പഠിച്ചടാ 2K അടിച്ചിട്ട് പിന്നെ 1998 ആരാണ് സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്തത്? 2K ആവാനുള്ള ആഗ്രഹം കൊണ്ടൊന്നും 2K ആയിട്ടും പിന്നെയും അങ്ങോട്ട് ഒഴിവാക്കുന്ന ഒരു ശരിയാത്ത പരിപാടി കേട്ടോ. ഇവന്റെ തലയ്ക്ക് ഒരു ഒറ്റൊന്ന് കൊടുത്താൽ ഇവനെ കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഇവന് വെച്ചങ്ങനെ അടിച്ചാൽ എവിടെ ഇവൻ എന്ത് കാണിച്ചാലും ഓർമ്മയില്ല. കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റൂല, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒറ്റ കിഴക്ക് കൊടുത്താൽ അതിന്റെ തലയ്ക്ക് എല്ലാം ഓർമ്മ അടി കത്തുന്നു.
They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased.
ഇല്ല, ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യമില്ലേ, ഇങ്ങനെ ഓർമ്മ പോയവനൊക്കെ തലക്കിട്ട് അടിച്ച് ചിലപ്പോൾ റെഡിയാവും.
Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? really don't understand, but I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, with this sword, you should.
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
That's my guys. Following question need to be completed. എത്ര വലുത് കുറെ ഉണ്ടോ നിന്നെ കൊല്ലു ഇതൊന്നും കുറെ കാലം ഇതും കളിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത് കളിച്ചില്ല അതാ പറ്റിപ്പോയ കളിച്ചായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Sounds pretty impressive.
This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Since I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave. Okay. Sensei's name is Domon. A name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the Shrine Maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it?
Nope.
It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island.
No.
The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
Okay, സമയം തിരിക്കണോ? Sonia?
Shh. So you decided to come.
Okay.
It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away. It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago. And he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the Shrine Maidens managed to subdue him. So the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
ഇവനാണോ മറ്റവൻ? കളവ ഓടി എന്റെ പുറകെ പോണോ ഇനി? ഇപ്പളെ ഓടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഈശ്വര കുറച്ച് മുന്നേ ഓടിയായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ആദ്യം കിട്ടില്ല. ഇത്രയും നേരം നമ്മൾ എടുക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമൊന്നും. ഇവനെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണേ നാളെ. എന്താ അവിടെ?
How did you catch up with me?
അതൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യും.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does, unless... I guess it's been a few years. Maybe his...
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, and what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
Senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same sword master, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind, and that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade. I thought so too at the time, but Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately, that match used up every last ounce of energy in his... After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade, and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Make-Yoshi Sui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exercise. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Paimon? ശരിയാ രാവിലെ പെണ്ണുമ്പളാണ് എന്തത് റിട്ടേൺ ടു ദ എക്സർസൈസ് സ്റ്റാർസ് സോനി ഇതെന്തത് ഉള്ളിലാണോ ഉള്ളിലാണോ കേസ്
You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I'm sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Yeah.
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yai can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me.
Okay.
I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
Let's do watching Arrow. അടുത്തത് എവിടെ പോകണ്ടേ? ഇത് പോയി ഞാൻ മാറ്റി കറക്കാൻ വല്ലതുണ്ടോ? ഇനി ഒന്നുകൂടെ കിട്ടി പുതിയ വല്ല കേസും പിടിച്ചോട്ടെ. പിന്നെ വേറെന്താണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. എന്തത്?
You're in for a little shock.
ഈ ഞെക്കി പിടിച്ചാലുള്ള എന്റെ പൊന്നു ഇതാരത്?
Come a little closer.
എന്റെ അകത്തെന്താ നോക്കില്ലോ.
Remember, health comes first.
Surrender and be gentle.
No, my sword! Rim cutter!
വെള്ളമാണോ?
Seems like an emergency.
You're in for a little shock.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Witness the power of Gugwa!
Let's spark things up a little.
Taking a turn for the better.
Come a little closer.
No, my sword!
Challenge completed. You can continue trying the character out on new stage. Kannappa, welcome. Para. बोल रहे मगा बोल रहे കളിച്ചമ്മൻ കളി ഉണ്ടോ കളിക്കാടാ കളിക്കാം എത്രയായി 10 മണി കളിക്കാം 10 മണി ഇതിപ്പോ ഇറങ്ങും ഇതിനകത്ത് ഇറങ്ങും നേരെ ഒരു ബെസ്റ്റ് കളിക്കും 2-3 ദിവസം കളിക്കും എന്നിട്ട് നേരം എന്ത് ചെയ്യും നമ്മളെ പബ്ജി കളിക്കാം let's go 3 ലൈക്ക് ആയുള്ളൂ കണപ്പ ലൈക്ക് ആക്കാം ചാടിയിട്ട ലൈക്ക് എവിടെ നേരത്തെ വരാൻ പറ്റൂലടാ നേരത്തെ വരാൻ പറ്റൂല കറക്റ്റ് സമയം ഇപ്പൊ കുപ്പ തീർക്കാൻ ഇപ്പൊ നിർത്തത് സമയം എത്രയോ 9:30 ആവുമ്പത്തേ ലൈവ് എടുത്തു പിന്നെ ഫുഡ് കഴിക്കണം കഴിച്ചിട്ടാ ഇന്നലെ പെസ് കളിച്ച് കൊച്ചിണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല തോന്നുന്നു അല്ലേ La 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 la. നൂറ് പോയിരുന്ന കറക്കാനുള്ള ആരും കളിക്കാനില്ലല്ലോ മാച്ച് നമുക്ക് പറ്റുള്ളൂ ഗോൾഡൻ ഗോൾ വലുതാക്കിയാണ് സംഭവിക്കുന്നത്
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. And this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. We have already started here.
Pedri to Haaland.
Haaland! Oh, he's done it! The goal to end it all!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And with that, the end! And that is how you do it. One...
Friendly kendo. Come on. Just play friendly game. That's it. That's it. You go on to the enter. No, that's it. Ah, no. എന്റെ എല്ലാ എണ്ണങ്ങളും മാക്സ് ആണോ എന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പാക്കണേ എന്തൊക്കെയോ സാധനം ഇപ്പോഴാണ് ഗെയിം പ്ലാൻ ഹാളിന്റെ മാക്സ് ആണ്, മാക്സ് ആണ്, ടീം മൊത്തം മാക്സ് ആണ്. സ്കിൽ ട്രെയിനിങ്, മെസ്സിക്ക് ഒരു സ്കിൽ ട്രെയിനിങ് കൊടുക്കാലോ. മെസ്സിക്ക് എല്ലാം മാൻ മാർക്കിംഗ് സ്കില്ല് മതി, 3 സ്കില്ല്. നെയ്മർക്ക് ഓൾറെഡി സ്കില്ല് ഉണ്ടാവുമല്ലോ. ഇല്ലാത്ത സ്കില്ല് നെയ്മർക്ക് ഫസ്റ്റ് ടൈം ഷോട്ട്, മാൻ മാർക്കിംഗ്, ഹാളണ്ട് acrobatic finish. Enable എന്താ acrobatic finish നമുക്ക് വരാത്തത്? ഒറ്റ വേണ്ടി ഇവനോട്ട് സ്കില്ല് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇവനൊക്കെ എന്തിനാണോ വേണാണോ? റിപ്പീറ്റ് റീമാച്ച്, ഫ്രണ്ട് മാച്ച്, ക്രിയേറ്റ് റൂം മാച്ച്, അതൊന്നും കരയാൻ വയ്യ, നിന്നെ പിരിയാൻ വയ്യ, വീതിയിൽ നവരനായി അകലുന്നു ഞാൻ, പാർക്കാമായ ലോകത്ത്. ഗോൾ കീപ്പർ ആടാ, ഞാൻ വെറുതെ ഗോൾ കീപ്പറിനെ കൊണ്ട് സ്കില്ല് കൊടുത്തു. 1539. പാർക്കാമായ ലോകത്ത് കനവെല്ലാം കനിയും ലോകത്ത് ജൂപ്പിറ്റർ മഴ നനയാം ചന്ദ്രനെ നോക്കി നിനക്കായി ഞാൻ. തിരികെ വരുമോ നീ എന്നരികെ അണയുവാൻ, ഇനിയും ഉണരുമോ സ്വർഗങ്ങൾ താണ്ടി നീ. ആയാമം മരണത്തിൻ പാതയിലായി വഴിനീളെ അലയും നെന്നിൽ പ്രാണനായി നീ. നിരനേരം തുണയേകാൻ ഞാനരികിൽ, ഇന്നു ഞാനകലെ പരലോകം കാണാൻ നീങ്ങും നീ. കരയാൻ വയ്യ, പിരിയാൻ വയ്യ. കേറി വാടാ പ്രൈമേ, കം. ഗെയിം പ്ലാൻ എന്താണ്? ഇപ്പൊ ഗെയിം പ്ലാൻ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് മാറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്. റൂം മാച്ച് Opponent is ready. Calma. There is calma. Come on, calma. എടാ എന്റെ യൂണിഫോം മാറ്റിയടാ പക്ഷെ മോനെ കിൻഡല് ടീമാണല്ലോ നിന്റെ നിനക്ക് ഏതടാ കിൻഡല് കേസാണല്ലോ ഹോം ഞാനല്ലേ അറിയല്ലേ നിങ്ങള് കിൻഡല് ടീമിനോടൊക്കെ തോക്കുന്നു നോക്കിയോ പ്രൈവനെ അടിച്ചു ഉറക്കും.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. That's really well controlled. Now, who's going to be first to this? And they've got a throw. Chiesa gets into some space.
Alexandro Ronaldo
fires from distance. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, that's a key interception. It's run loose. Speculative strike. Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
And it's been taken straight back. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Ball is over the line. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, he's found him in space! And he was alert to it. Chiesa gets rid without sophistication. Haaland. Well, there's the clearance. Ah, that's frustrating. The pass just wasn't good enough.
Nice.
Now it's Neymar.
Good.
Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Gets away from his opponents. Cross goes in there. Cleared without complication.
And that's a corner kick for me.
Chance for the header! Now in for the pieces! And it's a goal! Neuer did well the first time, nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Casemiro! Oh, that wasn't far away. Ruben Diaz gets over and intercepts. Tonali.
2 added minutes has been
He's
indicated.
a sharp little ball here. He is through here. Messi gets through on his own. And it's Neymar. And we've reached half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, that certainly pleased the fans, and the players are definitely happy with that scoreline. The question is now, can they protect it?
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Coming on the field.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Ronaldo. Cross.
There's the hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that was very necessary.
Good. Nice cross.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's heaved it away. Nicked it back promptly.
Ronaldo.
Chiesa.
And there's a throw.
Out for a throw. Son Heung-min. Ruben Diaz makes the interception. Now it's Son Heung-min. Pedri. And here's Messi. Messi hurtling down that right flank.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Spot on, Peter.
Kimmich gets the better of his opponent and gets the ball. Looking for the runner. No, that's been intercepted. Header! Whistle's gone, that's foul. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Kimmich looking to play it into the box. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Messi gets good distance on it. They get a throw in. Nice little ball through. Messi flashes, massive leap! It's run loose, who's going to get there? He'll try to keep this alive. Decent chance, made possible by a very decent ball.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Coming on to replace him is...
Up to meet it! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
And he's managed to gift it back. He's left his man. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Alexander-Arnold can get it clear. Ronaldo is in a really good position out wide. Van Dijk is there to clear. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Messi.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Scholes.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Good spot, he's seen the run. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And Ziyech! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Ziyech really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
So that's it. It is all over. Passion and panache and perseverance, and in the end, parity. A really good game to watch. So, Jim, how do you reflect on...
Okay, guys, bye. See you later. കറക്കാൻ എന്താ ഇപ്പൊ കറക്കാനൊന്നുമില്ല സ്റ്റാർ വരെ ഉണ്ട് കിട്ടൂല സ്റ്റാർ എനിക്ക് ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു സാധനം ഉണ്ട് എന്തായാലും കിട്ടൂല പിന്നെ ഇത് കളിക്കാം ആരൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട് ഇതിനകത്ത് എന്തായാലും കിട്ടാം കിട്ടിയ സ്ട്രീം നിർത്തുവാണ്. താങ്ക് യു ഫോർ വാച്ചിങ്.